You are now tuned in to the Essence Show with your host, The Essence. What up? What's going on? How's everybody's Wednesday going? Happy Get in Line Wednesday. You are here tuning into the Essence Show IG Live. And I will be bringing on a guest. We will be speaking for a little while about some things. So please make sure that you make your comments down below. Also, follow me and share our video because our guest is someone that I've been associated with and have the pleasure of knowing for quite some time right now. Probably like 3 years. And we actually met as we were auditioning for a casting that was looking for hosts. And right away, me and her just clicked. And her bubbly spirit and everything about her, I liked. I liked her look. I liked her energy and the way she was so excited and hype, but positive. And everything was like, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl. So we just kept in touch and we support each other. And I finally wanted to bring her on IG Live just to kind of talk and just see the background of where she's coming from, where she's running to next. And hopefully once we open up the studio, we can bring her on set and she can actually come to the Essence Show. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're going to wait for her to come in. I want to say hello to Shin Rock, the Poet's Portrait. Please make sure that you watch the Essence Show each and every Wednesday. I'm on Amazon.com. Amazon.tv. I'm on Roku TV. I'm on Apple TV, Spotify, BronxNet. I'm all over the place. So please tune into the Essence Show. Hey, Mr. Williams, how are you today? Just waiting for my guest to show up so we can bring her on. It's hot today, isn't it? I went out and I did my workout and I did my bike and everything. And I was trying to just chill out today. I needed to digress. There's been a lot going on. And I just needed to register certain things. And I was going to lay out and get some sun because, you know, you guys know I love the sun. And if you don't, now you know. Hey, Peggy. But it was hot. It was very steamy. My body was hurting. I felt like I needed like some type of just rest. So I ended up taking a nap for a little while, which I haven't done in months since I've been off. And it felt great. So here I am now. If anybody has any questions throughout our talk with Robin, please let me know and we can bring that to the live. Just want to say hello to everyone. All right. So we're just going to wait for her to come on. Anybody have anything to mention or share? You can put it right here. Anybody have a get in line rant that they would like to go on? I have a few of those, but I'll keep them to myself for right now. There's always somebody that needs to get in line. That's the whole thing about get in line. Get in line. It goes all over. It applies for everything and anything. So my hashtag is very appropriate, and it's always Happy Get in Line Wednesday because that's when the show airs. So I'm trying to upload some shows right now. I have some with Ruben Diaz with the Town Hall. I have one with an educator that deals with sexual education or sex ed, which is really awesome. Yes, it is very hot out there. It sure is. So I'm just waiting on my guest. She knows that we were coming on. I'm going to send her an invite and see if we can get her on, being that we have limited time. I hope you're feeling well, Mr. Williams. And so, yeah, everything is great. Everything is great. So aren't you glad that the president is not throwing out that first ball, that first pitch of the Yankee game? Isn't that amazing? Isn't God amazing? God has been amazing throughout this moment, and he showed himself yesterday to me again, and I was overwhelmed with the presence of God when you need him the most. You know what I mean? Sometimes things happen and you question it, you analyze it, and kind of get on yourself about it. But you always have to remind yourself that God is here. God got me. Whoever is not supposed to be in my space, get in line, get out the space. And he just shows his face. He just shows his work. So that was another thing that he showed his work on, which was having President Trump not be at Yankee Stadium in the BX, because we do not want him here. And to find out that he actually lied about it. You guys have to watch the documentary on Netflix and see that he's always been a liar and will continue to be a liar. So he lied about him being the first pitch. Meanwhile, he's saying that he's going to go back in the office and work on the COVID cases and his speeches and all. Anyway, Robin is here. We're going to bring her on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Who knows? God is divine. Hey, Tommy Riz. Thank you for joining us yesterday.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
What's going on? How's everything going?
Everything is good. You look beautiful.
Oh, good. You too. You have like a glow.
I definitely have a glow. How are you?
I've been good. I've been doing really good.
I'm so excited to have you here, and I can't wait till we get back in studio so you can actually run over to me and sit with me and like do the whole thing.
I know. I miss like interviewing and stuff. Like, you know, just going to events. I really miss that part of the quarantine.
Yeah, I can imagine, because you are very good with these things. And for some reason, I still feel like you find your way to still do these things during the quarantine.
I mean, I've been doing, like, I haven't been, you know, doing interviews and stuff, but I've been doing like a lot of like photo shoots, and like I've been getting really creative, which is something like before I had no time, girl. I had 2 jobs. I was doing the Running with Robin. It's like, where do you have time for this, you know?
Yeah, the pictures are beautiful. They look like they're for editorials.
Good,
so
thank you.
Yeah, and they're like commercial based, so you can basically brand. I mean, I don't know if that's what your goal is, but
it is. I'm like, after this quarantine, I need to get signed or something. Like, something needs to happen.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
You know, from our lips to God's ears.
Right. How's everything been going with you?
Everything is great. Everything is great. You know, still doing the Austin show.
I love that you're doing it. I'm like seeing all the IG lives and stuff. That's awesome.
Thank you. You know, it took a while for me to get involved with it, but then I said nothing stops. It just keeps going, you know?
Yeah.
And I've met some fabulous people because of people that would not be able to come to New York City. So the live was able to connect us.
Oh, good.
So,
like out-of-state people?
Yeah. Like people from LA, or just like producers I would have never met that have given us tons of songs that we danced to, and now I finally connected with them. Like, it's been a good experience. Yeah.
I've met a few people, like this girl in Chicago. She has like this a YouTube channel too, and like she's related to my cousin's wife, but like I never knew her. I don't know her, but then because of this, I got to, you know, meet her and like other people. So it's been it's an experience. This whole thing has been like it's like we have our ups and downs, you know.
Absolutely. So real quick for our viewers, because we do have some people watching, you want to introduce yourself really quickly and talk about your show?
So I'm Robin Kurian, and I have a YouTube channel called Run It with Robin, where I interview different artists and kind of like exactly what D'Essence does. I interview different artists, and I cover like red carpets. I'll cover special events, everything in entertainment. So if you have a chance, go on YouTube, check out my channel. I haven't been like you. I haven't been on IG Live interviewing people and stuff. But I've been doing like fun stuff that I normally don't do, like DIYs and like just
that's awesome
stuff. So like
videos. Yeah, that actually keeps it very interesting, you know, because you're reaching out to different demographics, and you're adding all these different things to the show.
Right.
So
don't stuff before, girl.
Yeah, it doesn't, you know, not everybody's styles to do one-to-ones or interviews all the time. Some people want to have a mix, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So and you do it very well. You know, your personality is bubbly. You're friendly. You're pretty to look at. You know, you stand out to me compared to a lot of people that we see. Where did Run It with Robin come from? The name, the idea, when it all started.
Okay, I'll tell you I'll give you a short version. So I was actually working for an online channel, and the producer he was like, I'm going to pay you this amount. And girl, I never got paid. I was there maybe for 4 to 6 months, like working for him. And I mean, there was no contract. And I was just so happy at the time to just do it, you know, because I love doing this, you know, and that's when you know it's your passion, if you would do it for free. But now I realize, like, no, I need to get some kind of income because who's going to pay my bills, you know?
Right, right.
So he was like, you know what, you can create your own content. Because for a while he would tell me like, okay, I want you to cover this restaurant or cover this event. And I would do it. But then he was like, I want you to cover whatever you want. So Maria Menounos, she was like, you know her, the host for like, she used to do Extra. She had a
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. Greek girl. And so she had a book signing in New York. So I went to the book signing. I bought the book, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to ask her to see if I could interview her about the book. And she said yes. Like on the spot, she's like, yeah. She had me talk to her assistant. And so it was me and OK Magazine. We were like the 2 outlets at the time that went and interviewed her. And after that, I asked the producer if I could put this on my YouTube channel. And at the time, I didn't have no Run It with Robin. There was nothing. I just had like probably like my acting reel on my YouTube. It was nothing. And he said no. He was like, absolutely not. And so I'm thinking in my mind, listen, you've given me like maybe $20 through PayPal and like a $10 Metro card. I'm not getting paid. So I said, you know what? If I could get Maria on my own, I think I can do other things. And that's how Run It with Robin got created. That's how it got created. So yeah, that's the story behind it.
You know, rejection is God's protection, let me tell you.
Yeah.
You know, where as a young girl, bring us back to family and how that all came about. Yeah,
I mean, I'm Indian. I'm first generation. My parents are from India. And so I grew up in Massachusetts. Don't kill me. I know Yankees, Red Sox. I know, don't kill me. But I moved. I've been living in New York for 15 years. But I moved here in 2005. And I used to, back in the day, I was doing acting. I started getting into the acting world in the beginning. So what I used to do was I would get on a bus in Chinatown in Boston, and I would come to New York for the day and go to like maybe 3-4 auditions, and then I'd go back home on the bus.
Wow.
So I did that for maybe 3 or 4 times. And then I actually got cast as a hip hop teen talk show host. So that's what made me move to New York.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
The first interview I did was Life Jennings, the R&B singer. They flew me to Atlanta.
Nice, I remember him.
Yeah, remember him?
Yes.
They flew me to Atlanta. I was so nervous. I was like, I've never interviewed anybody. And I used to, in my mind, I would look at, I remember Free and AJ from 106. And you know how they would always have their flashcards. So I had my card. I was ready. And the producer was like, oh, no, girl, no cards. I'm like, what? I'm like, damn.
Just freestyle it.
Yeah, but I'm like, I wish she told me, because I'm at the airport, oh my God, I'm memorizing I was so nervous, you know, and I'm like, but that was my very first interview with Life. And then I think my second interview was Neo, Grammy Award.
Nice. Good stuff,
I was
girl.
so excited because he just started and I loved his songs. What was it? So Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
so when did
in his hotel room. It was very odd. It was just very...
Yeah, thank God you were safe.
yeah, no, I had the producer with me and everything, but yeah.
Nice.
And he was super nice, yeah.
So when did this dream of hosting start? What age did you, or even acting, when did you realize, this is what I want to do?
Well, I always was a creative. When I was little, I would make my cousins, I would create a show and I'd make my cousins be characters. And I had my uncle use his camcorder and record us. I always had a creative, bug in me, but I didn't know what it was. Because being Indian, you know, you don't grow up going to acting classes and stuff. It's you got to be in your books. You got to do all this. I mean, thank God my parents were not crazy. Girl, I used to forge my report cards. I was bad. I was not, school's not for everybody, you know?
Yeah.
I love learning, but I'm hands-on.
Right.
If I sit in a class, I'm daydreaming about something. I won't pay attention. But yeah, I always knew I had some creativeness. And I think I was a senior in high school and I love music. Music is I just love listening to it. I can't sing, but I love music.
Right.
So I remember my mom was if you don't sign up for choir, I'm going to sign you up. I was okay. So I
nice.
yeah, that's the thing. My mom would always be like my mom had 2 jobs as a nurse. She would work like a double every day, 7 days a week.
Wow.
She was like
Wow.
the breadwinner. My dad, he has a back disability, so he couldn't work. Like I don't
Okay.
remember my dad ever working in my life,
Okay. Okay.
So like she would always work, but she was always like in the audience for everything. Like I played the clarinet. So
I
she
love
let me
it.
do a little, little something here and there. But with acting, I just think when I went to college, I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do, girl. Like I thought I wanted to be a chef. I just started cooking. I'm in my 30s and I just started cooking. I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? Like, I just wanted to go into like, just dive into different things.
Yeah.
Because I get bored. I love learning about things. I love like, okay, let's try to do this. Let's try to do this, So, but one day I was in my car and I heard it was a company called News Stars. And they're like, do you want to be on TV? Do you want to have an acting career? And I was like, you know what? Let me give this a shot. So I just went to the open call. They called. They said, oh, we want you in there and you got to pay and stuff. And so I got like my first headshots and stuff. And I liked it.
Nice.
It was cool. So I was like, all right, let me try this. And I kept like doing little things. I started doing little theater and I did a lot of industrial videos for like Dunkin' Donuts, grocery stores, like different companies.
Nice.
Yeah, so I did that. But then when I got cast as the co-host for that hip hop teen talk show, that's when I said, oh my God, I love this. I love interviewing. I love knowing their background, how they got to where they got.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. It's interesting. And I get to be me.
Yeah. So, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now you did mention, and shout out to mommy and daddy, because when you have a support group at home, it's the best.
Yeah. Especially in my culture, like this is like, that's like a hobby. That's something fun, but you're going to school to be a doctor or a nurse or something,
Yeah. Is that what if you weren't doing this or the parents disapproved, what would you be doing?
I think I would be a PR, like I think I would do PR for like entertainers. I think I would love that.
Yeah, public relations. Yeah. It's in the same.
I mean, I know you have like no life if you did that, but because you're always like so busy, but I think I would love it.
Because it's exciting. It's changing all the time.
Yeah. And you have to like really like get them like, no, I need her to be on Wendy. And like, you have to really press. And I think I have that kind of, because like, all the interviews I've done, it's been me. Like literally calling like the people's publicists or managers. So I feel like I have that where I'm like, I can't give up easy.
I could see it. What's your sign?
I'm Libra.
Nice.
Libra. What's your sign?
Gemini.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm a Libra. I don't know. I'm very like, when I want something, I want it, and I really go for it, So,
yeah,
I mean, I've gotten no's, believe me. With this Runner with Robin, I've gotten a lot of people that were like, oh, no, we'll pass. But I've also gotten a lot of yeses, too, so.
Oh, yeah. It's like when you speak, it's like the same thing here.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It is.
When you're a one-woman show, you are the hustler. You're hustling
everything.
You're doing everything.
Like I edit my shows. I do have videographer. I don't do it by myself. I do have like different people that I call.
Yeah. But for the main part, you're the main chick.
Yeah.
You're the one reaching out and doing everything. Yeah. Everything. And it's not easy. And it takes persistency and consistency.
Yeah. You have to be consistent, really consistent, and just try to do something, even if it's not, even if I don't get an interview, I'll do something else. Like I'll show you like my favorite recipe from like Tia Mal's cookbook or something,
Right.
So, yeah.
So because we are Indian descent, have you felt any discrimination in the business being a female, being of Indian descent? Like, have you ever felt a certain way? Is it harder? Is it easier?
The one thing, I feel like the one thing I don't want to be is boxed in. And I feel like sometimes they're like, you're Indian, use that to your advantage. And it's like, yeah, I'm Indian, but I'm not into Bollywood movies. Like, I don't know anything about these people, like, I'm just not interested in it. And it's like, that's my one thing. I'm like, why do I have to do, like, just because I'm Indian, I got to interview, like, Priyanka Chopra. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's, kudos to her and Nick Jonas, but, like, I don't watch Quantico. I don't watch her show. Like, that's just not my vibe.
Right.
But I do have to say, like the African-American, like, community has, like, really opened their arms to me. Like, I've done stuff for Essence. I've done something for TV One, and like that, I really like I'm like so grateful because, you know, I grew up, you know, listening to R&B and hip hop and, you know, so I'm just like, oh my God, thank you. And even like the Puerto Rican Day Parade, I covered that like twice. And like, you guys are like, the Boricuas are great. They love me, you know?
We are.
You know, so it's like, I appreciate like other cultures, you know, or like I'll cover the West Indian Parade in Brooklyn and they're like, I'm
Nice.
pretty for the day, you know?
No, that's nice. I loved it. I loved it. Now that we are talking about certain events and things you've done, what has been your most memorable event or guest that you've interviewed?
Hands down, last week's versus DMX, the dog. Yes.
I have him on the list.
That was amazing. I mean, girl, you don't understand. Like, he was the first autobiography I ever bought. And I used to hide his book under my mattress because, you know, he got the albums with the blood and stuff. I don't want my parents to be like, what the hell are you? Who is this guy? You know, are you worshiping Satan? What's going on? I'm like, no. I'm like, Dad, he doesn't compare every album. He doesn't compare. But like, you know, I felt like I knew him through his book because he's been through so much, and you kind of understand why he's so angry sometimes. I mean, like now I love seeing him like. He's smiling and dancing, and oh my God, my heart is like so, you know, he's in a good place with his family and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but that was a challenge. Like I probably called his manager maybe 5-6 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that Divine? Is that Mr. Divine?
Yes, Divine Bars. Yes.
Yeah, Divine don't answer his emails.
Girl, it's hard. It's hard.
It is.
It is. You have to really.
You have to. You know how many people I have on a waiting list for like over a year or two?
Yeah. No, I believe it.
Constant emails and calling and emails, and it's like nothing. And it's like, you know what? I'm not gonna give up. So
don't give up. No, I'm a huge Brandy fan, and her album's coming out Friday, and I would love to interview her. I've DM'd her about going IG live and stuff, and it's. I was like this close, and then it didn't happen. And like, but I'm not gonna give up. Like I know one day I'm interviewing her. You know?
No, absolutely. And what you also do, what makes you special too, is that you actually go to these places to get the access to people. Like
I've gone to Atlanta. I've gotten to like I'll travel.
You literally run with Robin to do your interviews. That's why the name is perfect.
I'm running. I'm like, Atlanta, I got you. I got a camera guy there. No problem. You know?
Yeah, like what is that about you that you just pick up and go? Is it because you're just young and fresh and well, I don't know if you're single, but you don't have children, right?
I don't have kids, no.
Are you just like, what makes you just pick up and go? Because a lot of people would be fearful to do that. And
you know what it is?
Not.
To be honest, I want it. If I love Steve Harvey is the reason why I left my full-time job. Like, you know, he just like, I don't know, he inspired me to leave. Like I kept rewatching an episode where he was talking about how he used to work for Ford and how he quit. I kept watching that, and a week later I was like, I put in my 2 weeks notice. I was like, I can't do this no more. I didn't move to New York to be front desk manager, you know? I was
absolutely
for like 5 years.
Absolutely. In fact, when me and you met, I had left my job.
Yeah, we met at an audition. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. It's not easy. Believe me, it's not easy. But I was just like, I don't know. It's like when you want it so bad, you're like, you know what? Sometimes you just have to give it. You just gotta like.
Just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, just do it. Literally, like the Nike saying, just freaking do it. You know? So yeah, like. When I wanted really bad, like Steve Harvey, I was like, he has a neighborhood awards. He stopped doing it, I think because he's so busy. But he used to like literally call his friends, and like they would give the awards to like best car wash, best salon. Like it was so dope. Yeah, so for me to interview him on the red carpet was like, oh my God.
Yeah. It is very surreal. Absolutely.
Yeah. When it happens, like DMX, 2 years later, I still can't believe I interviewed that man, you know?
Well, that's how I feel when I met the man backstage. You know, everybody's like, get him on the show. Of course I'm working to get him on the show. Yeah. But like certain moments you don't even want to touch.
No, I met him last summer.
You know that feeling, right? Yeah. Like it's untouchable. I asked him
for the interview and he was like, no. Like he was, and I'm like, you got to respect it. You know, he's just
of course.
He wasn't there to get interviewed, you know, but he's nice. He's really tall. I didn't realize how tall he was.
Yeah. Who met the man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's oh goodness gracious. He's so amazing in person.
I know you got that crutch, girl.
Just a little girl, man. And I never thought about it. And I kept putting it in the air for a whole year and
Yeah.
sending him videos. And everybody was looking at it like, D, when are you going to meet him? Everybody was vouching for me. And it
Did you
finally
ask
happened.
him? Like when you met him, did you ask him for the interview or no?
Well, I wanted him to come to the Bronx. And he was like, I don't go to the Bronx.
Are you kidding me? What, he's
Yeah.
staying in Staten Island?
So I was thinking about going to Staten Island and seeing him at the studio.
You
Yeah.
should.
But he's in LA and all of that. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
hard.
Oh, he's okay. Well, you know what? Ask him. Be like, listen, I'm down to go to,
Girl,
Staten
I just DM'd him like not so long ago. I know his DJ, and his DJ's like just keep DMing him. He's looking at them. So it's just a matter of
Keep
time.
doing it, girl. I really hope. I really, really hope that you get that because
Thank
he needs to
you.
get in line. Come on, now. Come on. Get in line with the essence.
Some people, you're right. Like it's sometimes you get rejected or people don't really know who you are.
Yeah.
And it's like at first you take it personal, it stings a little bit, but then
Yeah.
you're like, get in line because I'm dope. And
Yeah.
people know who I am, and you're not going to be part of the roster, but you'll figure it out later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
No,
kind of
and
how
it's
you
like,
have to
I'm
just
still
go with
growing.
it.
Like, I've been doing Running with Robin for 5 years, and my following is I still need to grow it,
Of course.
Like, it's still not like 1 million followers. I don't have any of that, So,
Yeah, but we are genuine, and we do have great content, and that sometimes is a slower process, but it's all good.
it's all good. Like, I always say to myself, Rome was not built in a day. It's going to take time. You don't want to be like a, one time kind of,
No.
like I want longevity. So, and that's
Absolutely.
Smart. It's a marathon, like Nipsey Hussle said. It's a marathon,
I love
girl.
it. So how is dating life? How is COVID treating you?
God.
How's the
COVID?
summer going?
Dating life is not really, it's not there. It's hard. I've actually initiated recently. I've been the
Good
one
for
that's
you.
I'm going to initiate because I don't know if it's New Yorkers. I don't know what it is.
It's all over, girl.
Is it? Because Boston, I was like, I used to like meet guys. It was easy, but I don't know. You know what I think it is? I think it's social media too.
Yeah.
I think like there's so many like guys have all these different options. So it's like, like I don't know if you're talking to me and other people, but it's challenging. Dating is not easy, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot my shot. If I think someone's, easy in my eyes, I was like, listen. Like last week, I was like, hey, if you're free, we can grab a drink or something. Like I can't, it's like there's no harm in that,
No, there isn't. And I've done that too. And I've sent drinks over and I've given the look. And, sometimes it turns into a conversation and sometimes it don't turn into anything. It's just like, okay.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, you don't want to like come off aggressive because you don't know how a man will take that.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like when a woman wants something or a woman sees something, you kind of want to put yourself out there because you don't know if they're fearful to come to you or intimidated.
Because remember, I think like men are like they're scared of rejection just like we are.
Absolutely. And they get rejected all the time.
Yeah, I've been rejected too. It happens, So it's like, okay, well let me try to like see if this person might be interested. And so
It's,
but I was
go
watching
ahead.
Indian Matchmaker on Netflix. Have you seen that?
No, but I saw you post it up and I was like, I should check that out.
It's crazy. I mean, this is like people in India. Like there's this one lady, she's a matchmaker from India. She comes to like America, but she also like does matchmaking in India. And it's just crazy. It's like, because like the guys and the girls, they have like all these things that they want. Like he has to be fair skinned because in my culture, like this is considered dark. It's crazy. Okay. It's not. And so like the lighter, the prettier,
Oh, so you guys deal with racism among each other as well.
Yes, girl. They got this thing called Fair and Lovely. It's like a bleach cream, to make you light. Yeah, it's a big deal in India. Like if you look at all the Bollywood actresses, they're not my skin color. They're light.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, But I mean, I love this. I mean, come on, people be going tannin to get this color. Like I love it.
Please don't let that bother you.
Girl, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. It's okay. It's fine.
I have somebody on here by the name of the poet Portrait. He wants to know what kind of men interest us.
Oh God. Honestly, I love people. I don't know. It's like how do I, like, what do I say? I love someone who takes initiation. I don't want to be the one planning every freaking thing that we do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, not every time.
Yeah.
And I
It's
love
true.
somebody that's like, I don't like someone that does the same thing, like dinner and a movie. Come on.
Routine.
I
Like
hate
being
routine.
spontaneous.
Our job is spontaneous. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I want somebody who surprises me, like, oh shoot, okay. We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down.
He got
I love
to run with
surprises.
Robin when you're ready, you know?
Yeah, yeah. You have to. You got to be able to run it with me because I love going to different events. I love different, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I find hard too in finding a relationship, because I need someone that's going to support the Essence brand and understand it,
Yeah.
and then love me behind the doors with flaws and all.
Yeah.
And it's not easy, because not every, you know, even if you're not in the business or you don't have that same dream, at least to be very supportive. So it's like, do I meet somebody that already knows me as the Essence, that kind of admires me from a distance? Or do I meet someone that doesn't know what I do and then learns about it? So I'm always like,
yeah. Maybe
you know what I mean?
Tell them, like, don't tell them right away what you do until they
Yeah.
ask. You know?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
you kind of find out, like, okay, like, you know, you just feel the vibe first and see, you know.
Yeah.
But also, like, support is really important because, you know, this is like, it's a struggle. The struggle is
Yeah.
real, you know, like
Yeah.
we're working, we're doing a lot of things, but we have like these dreams that we want to see happen. So you need someone who's going to be like your cheerleader, like, you know.
Absolutely.
Like, hey, you got this. I, you know, like.
Absolutely.
It's important. It's really important. So yeah.
Do you have any advice with anyone who's doing what we do, or of your culture that maybe afraid to step out?
Yeah, I would say like just do it. Like if I was always scared, this Running with Robin would never happen.
Yeah.
If I was always like, oh my God, what is it? What, you know, like you just got to do it. Like I didn't even know how to edit. I went to Apple every day and be like, guys, I need help with this editing. How does this work?
Yeah.
You know, like you just learn as you go. And I'm still learning. Like the journey, it's a journey. It is a marathon. That's all I gotta say. It's a journey.
Right.
Yeah.
You're so right. It's
I'm
like
still learning.
Yeah, it's like you have this plan, and the plan just continues to grow. It's like planning a wedding that never stops. It's like raising a child.
Yeah.
You know, you have to invest in yourself. You have to, it's a hustle. And it's like, sometimes you sit there and you say, I just want a YouTube channel. I just want to be on TV. Like, what is going on? But you have to become a businesswoman as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have to and you have to really believe in yourself, because like sometimes you might get discouraged. Oh, I don't have enough views on this video or whatever. But you just got to keep saying, like, I get a lot of support from people I don't know. And that is like the biggest thing. Like when people write comments, I'm like, oh my God, like you just made my day. Like they have no idea.
Yeah.
It's funny because you get it from people you really don't even know, you know?
That is 101. The people that are going to support you is people that you never knew.
Yeah.
The person that's going to give you.
With my friends, I'm like you've seen, you see how much this means to me, and I don't feel like you support me. I've had conversations like that. Like, you know, I've had to as well. And you know, like, share this, or like, you know, and after the conversation they have, I've seen improvement. Yeah. So I'm like, okay. But you have to really be honest with people too. I'm like, you say you're my friend, but you ain't supporting me.
Yeah.
What's going on with that? You know?
Right. And that's why sometimes you have to separate the personal and embrace this whole other world that is getting to know you and love you. Yeah. And will support you. They don't know you personally, so there's no judgment there. Right. It's just about what you have to offer.
Right. And I love that because it's genuine.
I do too.
I love that because
it's genuine.
I ask people like, oh, can you, check out this interview? Because not everybody loves interviews. I can sit there and watch, whatever interview, like Breakfast Club. I love it. Like, I want to see it, but like not everybody's into that,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So, like, that's another thing I have to realize. Okay, you know what? Like, maybe my friends aren't watching this because it's not their thing. Maybe if it was a hair tutorial or makeup or something, they'd watch. But like interviews, they really could care less. So I also that's also what I've learned too. Like, don't take things personal and just stay in your lane. Do what you gotta do. Yeah. Yeah. Because there are people that will embrace you and that will love to watch you. Yeah. And the person that will pick you up will be somebody that you don't even know that is watching. There's a lot of silent watchers out there. Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. Yeah. So what's coming up for you for the rest of the year? Oh, girl, I mean, with this pandemic, I really don't know. Like, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I have some stuff lined up, but I don't want to say anything until it really happens, you know?
Of course, I know that life, girl.
Yeah. So with this pandemic, it's like things aren't able to like
Yeah.
happen right now. So we're just, I'm waiting, you know? But
No,
I've been on,
definitely.
like,
We definitely need to reconnect because we have so much in common. It's like we live the same, different lives, but we live the same path.
yeah.
And I know that we can compare notes and just learn from each other, from experiences.
Oh, yeah.
And you're fun. So it's like, let's do it.
Yeah. No, we have to like definitely meet up for lunch or something.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll talk about that behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hold you much too longer because I know that you have a prior engagement to partake in. But I do want you to mention where the viewers can find you.
Oh, yeah.
So they can follow you.
Yes. So definitely, guys, go on YouTube. My channel is called Run It with Robin. And definitely subscribe. Check out my interviews, comments. Let me know what you want to see. Maybe something, you know, maybe there's an artist that you're like, yo, do this interview with this person. Let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see. And, you know, I'll see if I'll do it. Let me see if I'll run with it.
You definitely will. Yeah. I want to say that you definitely have hustle in you, and I respect it and I admire it. So please keep doing that.
Girl. You're on it.
Thank you.
You're always on it. Like, you don't give up. And, you know, so I do respect that. I love that you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
You're on it.
Yeah. Thank you, love.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
No, never. This is my life. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I just want to get paid for it. And once I get paid for it, then it'll be the next step. You already know.
Yep.
So,
I know.
You already know.
It'll come.
Absolutely. Yeah. But yes, let's keep in touch. Everyone, please follow her. Thank you for tuning in. We had Robin, Running with Robin.
Yes.
An amazing show, amazing female. She's so much fun. She's very perky and bubbly, and I love it. And as soon as the studio opens, we'll bring you in for an interview and we'll sit down and have a powwow, okay?
Yes, I'm down for that. Yes.
All right, baby. I love you.
Best wishes. Take care.
Be good, my love.
Yes, you too. Bye.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
So, yes, guys, that was Run It with Robin. It's not running. It's Run It with Robin, right? So follow her. She got some good guests. Like, sometimes I sit there and I'm like, damn, how she got that guest? But, you know, everybody has their own lane. Everybody has their own connects and network. So everybody has to just play their role. But thank you for tuning in. And please share the video. Please follow. Check me out on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all social media. Also check me out on BronxNet, Apple TV, Amazon TV, Roku TV. You can just put in the DSN show and you'll see a couple of shows up there. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in and appreciating my work. You are very welcome. I hope everybody is well and everybody stays cool because it is hot out there. And if not, you better get in line. Check me out tonight on BronxNet, Files 34, Optimum 68 HD, and see you guys later.